Welcome to the British History series. If you love British history, then you're definitely in the right place. So stick around for today's episode with me, Philippa Lacey Brewell. On the 8th of March 1702, Queen Anne becomes the final Stuart monarch of England, taking the throne over from her brother-in-law William III. William III and his wife Mary II had come over to, by invitation, to take the throne of England. This is what is termed the Glorious Revolution in England. This was the deposing of the Catholic James II, who had to go into exile in Europe, and the invitation of his Protestant daughter Mary and her husband William of Orange to come and take the throne of Britain. Anne was Mary's younger sister, so on the death of Mary, William ruled on his own, and on William's death, caused by a fall from a horse which tripped on a molehill riding in the surrounds of Hampton Court Palace, Anne took over from him. Now, James II had gone into exile in France. He had a son, also called James, and this line still was in existence in exile in France. On the death of William III, James II's son James declared himself James III of England. His father James II, for his part, had written to his son to give him advice as to how he should rule England and particular positions of authority that Catholics should be put into. Also, they should take up the officer positions in the military. So despite James II having been deposed and being in exile in France, he obviously had hopes and expectations that his line would continue. Despite the fact his daughters were actually, or his daughter at the time, Mary, was on the throne, and she would be succeeded by her younger sister and his youngest daughter, Anne. James had ideas that his Catholic line would take the English throne. And so when William III died, James II's son, James, actually declared himself James III of England. However, Anne was in the country, she was Protestant, and she was proclaimed Queen of England.